Hello. Today I'm going to introduce the video. For bribery purposes, I've said if the girls complete their trek, carrying all their full packs, then I would treat them to a nice hotel. So that's where we're currently staying. Now I'll hand over to the rest of the team to tell you what they've been up to.
Since our last vlog, we took our own minibus, which was better than the public bus, back down the mountain to our hostel in Oaxaca. The road was very windy and a few people didn't feel so great. But we got there and we had an amazing shower because we all smelled quite bad. And there was lots of singing in the shower, which I'm sure the hostel didn't appreciate. And then we just spent the day kind of pottering around Oaxaca.
Then we decided that what we actually needed was Rocky Road, partly because, Ollie, you said you had Rocky Road, and I thought, well, we're just going to have that too. And so we went on a big wild goose chase, really, to find chocolate, because they don't really do chocolate in Mexico. So we went to a supermarket and we got stuff, but they didn't have proper chocolate. So we got into a taxi and just said, take us to a massive supermarket. And they did. And we found chocolate and marshmallows and butter and raisins and everything you need. And we also bought things like frying pans for utility purposes for the project.
And then after that, we came back to the hostel and we made our Rocky Road and put it in the fridge. And we all decided that we wanted pizza, so we went on search to find the nearest Domino's and got 3.
We're so cool.
Was it 3 or 4? 4. Like, pizzas the size of England. They were huge and very tasty. And we watched The Hangover as well, which was very funny, and went to bed.
So the next morning we decided we should probably do some cultural stuff around Oaxaca, so we went off to see the ruins at Monte Alban, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we went there and we decided to have a guide. We ended up with this very old man who looked like he was going to die at any point while he was showing us around. Walking up the steps to the pyramid was rather interesting. He just felt like he was going, yeah. It was very interesting what he said though, although he argued with the archaeologist on like everything.
Then after that, we decided to buy some bracelets, which we've been discussing for a while as like a team. And we bought these ones, but then unfortunately Alex's one somehow broke. And so now we've all got, he was very kind enough to buy us all the second one, so that's why we've got 2. It's not because we went a bit overboard. Yeah, and we think we might have done one in Belize, so we might go a bit bracelet crazy. And then after that, we came back and we had some lunch. And that was pleasant for everyone apart from me, who was lied to and was told that the steak I'd eaten was horse. And I was convinced that that was true because, you know, I wouldn't think the whole team would lie to me apart from Emily. Emily did try and tell me. But I wouldn't have thought the 2, you know, adults would have lied. And yeah, so that was slightly traumatic. I started going on about the beauty of horses and it was embarrassing.
Then we headed to the bus station. I don't know why I've been lumped with the worst thing to talk about. For the overnight bus. It actually got us there about an hour early.
But it was necessary.
Yeah, it was good timing because we had to get some really, really tasty like plastic cheese and ham sandwiches. So then we got on the overnight bus, and within the first hour, poor old Cat Morgan was sick twice, and there were bags of sick being run up and down the bus, and everyone was uncomfortable, and I was near tears, it was that bad, and basically it was just not a pleasant experience. But finally, we arrived, and everyone was still alive, so.
Yeah, then we walked, I'm not sure quite where we chose to walk, but it seemed like a good idea. We walked to our really nice hotel, but our rooms weren't ready, so we gave them our rucksacks, and we went and had breakfast on a local sort of avenue out of the street, which was very nice, except some people's meals didn't turn up for about half an hour, and we had like sort of bread with tuna and sweet corn, and it was all very nice. And yeah, and then we started to look around San Cristobal.
When the rooms were ready, about 10 o'clock or 10:15, we got back to the hotel and had a really nice surprise. The rooms are very cosy and a lot of character. You like using the word character, don't you? Having had a shower, everybody, we then met up at 1 o'clock to go out into the town and look for something to eat.
So after dropping off our washing at the laundrette, which was very exciting, we toured up and down trying to find a place to eat, and eventually we decided on some tacos and, what were they called?
Quesadillas.
Quesadillas, which were kind of
tortillas folded over with cheese and avocado and tomato, which were very nice, although some people found it a bit spicy, which was a bit sad. But they were quite tasty. And then we spent the rest of the afternoon shopping, because San Cristobal is famous for all souvenir type shopping. So we bought amber and silver and a load more friendship bracelets. And I bought this ring, prime example of some amber there. And do you want to go?
Yeah, and then in the evening we found a nice little restaurant where we had a nice cheap meal, which consisted of pasta and chips and bread and chocolate milk and orange juice.
Yum yum.
Quite a weird combination, but everyone was very happy after that. Then we went and picked our laundry up, which was absolutely amazing, to have nice fresh smelling fleeces and stuff. And then we had a very long meeting last night, and everyone was glad to get to bed afterwards. And then I think everyone had an amazing night's sleep. And then this morning, the breakfast was amazing. I think I went up about 5 times, and everyone has completely stuffed themselves, and I'm really looking forward to the breakfast tomorrow again. So yeah, thanks for watching the vlog. Look out for another one. Not quite sure when there'll be another one, because we're not very good at getting connection, but we'll try as hard as we can.
This more.